Windy day for many areas across the Tennessee Valley, on up into the Ohio Valley, and much cooler weather up into Chicago the last few days. That system's going to get out of here finally, but the weather pattern itself is going to change overall. And while you're here, why don't you subscribe? I'm going to be doing more of these updates in case you didn't know it. I'm going to break down the next 6 days, hour by hour, and then I'm going to talk about the threat for severe weather that will develop over Texas Thursday. They've got a Storm Prediction Center has a slight risk out for that. And it looks like we're really going to get back to a pattern that's more favorable for showers, thunderstorms, some of which could be strong. And model guidance is a little conflicted on whether we're going to have another one of these cutoff lows out in the plains. Let's hope we don't, because if we do, that's going to spread the severe weather around more so, especially for the plains, and then eventually perhaps into the Tennessee Valley, I would say Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. We're going to use the GFS model coming up when we talk about the severe weather threat on Thursday. But again, as we go day by day, we're going to start with the high resolution here with the graph model, and then we'll go to the European model, and then we'll go to the GFS model as we get farther away. So this is going to be Wednesday, fairly quiet again across much of the southeast. The outlier here, of course, is this big blob, this upper level low across the northeastern part of the U.S. So just another dreary day up here, and boy, that's finally going to get out of here, but it's still very slow moving along even the mid-Atlantic states having issues with that. But we are on the other side of it here for the Tennessee Valley out to the west. A few showers and thunderstorms. Some could be on the strong side west of Oklahoma City tomorrow. That's around the noon hour. But overall, no real organized threat for severe weather. Down here into Florida looks pretty good. South Padre looks pretty good there. So I'll just zoom out a little bit more here so we can get just a little bit more of the country. And as we continue on here, this is going to be Wednesday, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Again, I'm going day by day. I think I go all the way through Monday on this, and then I'm going to talk more about the severe weather threat that may develop on what's called a dry line out across Texas, Oklahoma, and maybe parts of south central Kansas. But when we start talking about day 3 and the outlook, you kind of get out there a bit. There's a lot of those fine details still aren't there. So meanwhile, we're here on Wednesday, showers and thunderstorms, El Paso, look how much warmer it's getting there. Meanwhile, we continue with this northwest flow here from northern Missouri into north Georgia. And that's why, we've been shut off from severe weather. It's been too cool in these areas. But it's also why we've got the jet stream kind of cutting across the area. So we don't have any rain. So we got another dry day, but more importantly, not as windy. As we continue on and get into Wednesday evening, we start to see this dry line fire up here in West Texas. A few strong to severe thunderstorms there. That'll move east and then it'll fade away, and then it pushes back to the west. That's how these dry lines work. And then as we continue on into Thursday early morning, it looks like a round of thunderstorms here for northeast Oklahoma, extreme southeast Kansas, right on the Kansas-Oklahoma state line, and just east of Oklahoma City and around Stillwater. A few showers and thunderstorms there, but overall nothing terrible with that. Probably locally heavy rain, a lot of lightning, and then some of that's going to start pushing its way to the east. And this is kind of the setup here as we get into Thursday night and then on into Friday morning, trying to figure out the timing here from Arkansas into northern Mississippi, parts of Tennessee, and into North Alabama. Is when are these showers and thunderstorms going to roll in? So again, this is Thursday during the afternoon. I'm going to focus a lot more attention on the severe threat that may develop out here from basically the Kansas state line there along the Turnpike, I-35 up in Kansas, and just free, regular I-35 as you get south there into Oklahoma City all the way down into Texas. I'll touch base. That'll be my next graphic. We'll be talking about that. So as we continue on here into Thursday afternoon, you see the big blow up of thunderstorms. This is the higher resolution model here. And then we're going to go to a slightly lower resolution with the graph that kind of supports the dry line theory as well out across Oklahoma and Texas. Notice showers, more clouds, a few thunderstorms in northern Arkansas. The trend is for the heavier weather to be out to the west where the air is going to be more unstable. We're still along this fairly lower humidity, and that is probably going to be a factor Friday, especially Friday morning, regarding just how saturated is the atmosphere going to be once the chance of rain starts to arrive. And if you got big plans, Friday, especially Memphis, east to Huntsville, we'll keep updating you here and we'll talk about this here. This is what's happening. We've got Friday morning, complex of showers and thunderstorms over northern Arkansas, back into the Ozarks of Missouri. And there's a complicated weather pattern that may be unfolding with this kind of a stubborn cutoff type area low pressure, kind of a stagnant weather pattern across the southeast. So we're going to kind of flip the switch here from this dry, cooler than normal weather to kind of in between with muggy conditions and periods of showers and thunderstorms. So Friday morning, everything here is going to track kind of east-southeast, but everything's going to depend on how saturated the air is, and we start off in the mid-50s, so I think the air is still going to be fairly dry. So some of this may fall as what we call virga. So again, this is model data. This is why I'm here to explain what's going on with it. But I do think this heavier red out here from Memphis to the north towards Jonesboro, that's likely going to happen. Even though it's red, it's not severe. This is scattered showers and thunderstorms continue to move in, and a slow progression, 11 o'clock in the morning, moving across the state line. And I really don't want to be too specific this far out when it comes with planning, and don't cancel your plans just yet. This does show a break in the afternoon. Keep in mind, if the timing is off, that morning stuff will move through in the afternoon instead. Down on the Gulf Coast, not looking too bad. Orange Beach around 76, 86 though in New Orleans. And by 5 o'clock Friday, we get a secondary kind of wave that starts moving in from the west, and that tracks east-southeast, and that's going to enhance the rain potentially Friday night into Saturday morning here for the Tennessee Valley. And notice more thunderstorms down here. These will probably be strong from Shreveport down towards South Padre, Texas. The drier air, very muggy, even at 8 o'clock there in Oklahoma City. Temperatures still probably in the upper 70s at that time. Here comes the next round of rain, 10 o'clock. Scattered showers and thunderstorms, Memphis to Huntsville. You can be driving out there. Some students will be coming back from class. This is finals week down at Auburn and Alabama, at least I know that for a fact. And as we continue on here, this is Saturday morning, more showers, more thunderstorms potentially for the morning hours. But notice as we get that far out, the model guidance, it's not as defined. So that's one thing to keep in mind. But showers and thunderstorms will be a part of that forecast. Here is Sunday, chance for showers and storms coming into Arkansas. So overall becoming very unsettled, we'll call it. And it's going to be hard to time it out this far away. But Sunday evening, showers and thunderstorms approaching from Memphis and the rest of Mississippi, tracking northeast into Monday. And then the big questions really come, what's going to happen late Monday night into Tuesday with another potential storm system moving into Texas from the west. So let's talk about the severe weather threat, the slight risk here in yellow from the Storm Prediction Center. This is basically a dry line situation here. This is Thursday. This is Thursday morning. And this is all going to kind of come later in the day, in the afternoon, once you reach that peak heating of the day. Notice 90 degrees there west of Dallas, Texas, and that's going to be 6 o'clock in the evening. So these thunderstorms will fire up late afternoon, early evening. Notice along the dry line as it moves east, and then eventually that dry line overnight kind of gets done and tracks to the west. So potential for some big thunderstorms, some hailstorms. The severe threat is really that of damaging straight line winds and large hail with an isolated tornado threat. Here's the Cape. Notice how it builds as we get into the day. The highest Cape is going to be down here near San Antonio and right along the border with Mexico. College Station about 1,000. So overall, not overly impressive for a day 3 slight risk. And here's a look at the Energy Helicity Index from the GFS model. It's not overly impressive either. I don't even see, we get some ones up here from Oklahoma City, just between there and Wichita Falls and Lawton, Oklahoma. And then that continues to, it's very unimpressive right now. I mentioned the beach forecast, the beach weather over the next couple of days. Pretty nice. Water temperatures in the mid-70s for the most part. Afternoon highs will be around 78 degrees. So overall, looking pretty good. Here's just a quick update on the 10-day forecast in North Alabama. If you stuck around this long, we're talking showers and thunderstorms Friday, Saturday, Sunday, on into next week. So an active weather pattern on the way. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe and like. I'll see you in the next one.